Hello everybody, my name is ANDAY and welcome to another video. Today is going to be all about LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Episode 10, The Battle of the Second Monastery. Last time we had a lot happen, of course. It was they make a defense, or they chose to go, instead of exiting through the city, they go to make a ruckus in the Empress Palace. And Ryu and Sora and Aaron might get captured, or they might be captured. My bad. And Roz and the Empress are out fighting against the dragons. And then we find out there was this, after Ghost Wu led Kai and Nia through these portals that go through the Cloud Kingdom and the monastery into this second Imperium monastery that's underground from the Imperium. They don't explain that much, but it turns out he was leading him to Zane that was inside of the little chamber thing, which is interesting. Like, who put him there? How did he get there? Why doesn't he have memory? It's definitely showing that, things just happen differently for different people, especially Zane. They gave him a new fit even, which is also intriguing. But it doesn't matter. They have to sell toys. But who knows why that happened. So now that Kai, Zane, and Nia are in the battle, hopefully they can win. Hopefully they can win. And this is also the halfway point. And the last episode, unfortunately, as for right now, they split the season into 2 separate releases. It's very understandable, really. It makes it kind of better, I think. Anyways, yes, this is LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Episode 10, The Battle of the Second Monastery. Ooh, I can't wait. This emote. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Play. Wait, did I have it on mute? I had it on mute. Shoot. Play. Oh no, I better not have hiccups. There we go. This is good too, right? Yep, all good. I've learned to not do that while pressing the Netflix emote tab. Yep. Oops. Oh, okay. Oh, geez. That was that's kind of a lot to talk and think about. But for one, we learn a little bit about Source Dragons itself. They're like super mystical, super like just like on another level of just reality is what they're implying, right? Because he even said, like, with one claw he could destroy Imperium, but also, like, if he exits, he could destroy the fabric of that place, which isn't very interesting. Like, for real. Fabric of Ninjago, really. Well, the Merged Lands is technically what they're calling this world now. But it is very interesting for sure, like, wow. So also, like, we saw him give a power conduit to Lloyd. Well, for one, okay, hold on. There's a lot to talk about. I want to talk about them in order. So, but first of all, we saw that fight with Aaron and Sora versus Roz, which is great. Like, for me, he's a very cool antagonist. He's a very cool, like, character. He's done so much already, and he's like the Lord Garmadon of Aaron and Sora, if that's the better way of putting it. And he's very cool. Like, honestly, like, he's a certified badass tiger lion man. And yeah, they still don't tell about where he's from, but they do. After defeating him, the Empress decides to lock him up, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that does lead to him, rising up out of the cage, and not necessarily helping the ninja, but at least wanting to take down the Empress, which, it is interesting to have, like, an Empress by the end wants to destroy the ninja instead of capturing more dragons, which, yeah, it's nice to see, like, just more people having conflict with the ninja. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for what it was before, it was just Ryu or at least just Sora and Aaron, at least. But now she wants after the ninja too, which is great to see, them fighting everybody else. Plus the new ninja, which is Ryu and Sora. Actually, where are the old ninja? And not the old ninja, but the old ninja, like the ones that were here and crystallized before. But yeah, we do get more interesting scenes. Let me go to it. I think I can go to it right here. It'll be good. But we also get like a size comparison, at least, sort of, between the Source Dragon and the Ninja. Well, by Ninja I mean like Lloyd, which, yeah, apparently bigger than every dragon they've ever seen, which that does include the Firstborn, who was apparently the first dragon, is what they're saying. Well, it was, okay, the Firstborn, that would imply the first dragon ever born, huh? But this is implying the Source Dragons are kind of more, which, yeah, they do make sense of that. The matriarch, and then this one, they talked telepathically, which is really cool, honestly. We've never seen that before, at least with these dragons. Yeah, like, just his finger is bigger than the claws of, well, his finger's bigger than them, pretty much. Okay, we do get a better look at him. Yeah, his eye is as big as them, which, you know, I don't know, I'm not saying it's possible, but I would really want a set of this. It would just be so cool, like, for real. For real. Let's see here. So then, I hope he can, so he tells him a conduit. He gives him some power, right? He doesn't say that it's temporary. You know what I mean? They don't say that this power is temporary, or like, just it'll be enough to power the energy and then it'll go away. Which I find interesting because, you know, they do say after using that power, he slept for days. And for, like, what reason it would be, they say, like, it was right afterwards, he said, or Kai said he's never had his power, he's never seen, which, it's kinda not true, I guess. He's had golden power, and he's had, Oni power, but with gold power, he could fly. And he can fly with this one, and also power teleporter thing that would lead to different, or at least to one place. Which, you know, I kind of feel like, I kind of wish he did more. But they also go into this interesting vision where he saw all the elements, well, all the elemental signs. And then he also fell down into a very interesting realm, plus a dragon. But we do see here, let's see, how's this look? Okay, great. Great. Okay, we see here, there's a lot of gravestones. A lot of ninja masks. Not even like the same color. They're like different. Plus, they all have swords, arrows. And if we're counting like just one person per gravestone, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. At least 21 ninja. So that's like, is this implying the future? Like, in the future, in future generations, there'll be future ninja or more ninja just joining at this time, because some of them are in familiar well, at least a few are in like very different colors. This one's yellowish. This one is green and yellow. This one is blue with a cyan. This one's just pink straight up. And what else is there? I don't see any red ones, nor colors similar to anybody else, but yeah. These two are the same also. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these two are the same. Oh, there's another gravestone there. Okay. So yeah, it is a very interesting, very like foreboding vision. And plus we have that dragon at the top. So yeah, like, what does this mean? What is this implying for the future? Because they wouldn't just show this for no reason. Is this implying, like, is this like in a meta perspective that they'll keep fighting battles and they'll keep having to fight, but eventually it'll be too much because there's just so much going on here. It reminds me of way back when in Prime Empire, where you have what was his name? Kilo. No, not Kilo. That was the other guy. His name was Okino, and he planted like one sword for every player he lost. So is this implying one sword is one ninja? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, I think. 32, 33, 46. Okay, that's, you know, depending on any of them are dual wielders. That's probably like, it's just crazy, you know? And plus, you know, there's of course the ninja masks with, who knows, maybe some of them wear the same color for whatever reason. Maybe that's because, hear me out. Maybe it's because some more people are getting the same elements, and with the same elements, they would have the same colors, right? Oh, or at least have same colors in a technical perspective, you know. So yeah, this led to be like more important than it actually is. So does that mean it would had to mean Lloyd kept his power, right? Hold on. So after this fight, he rises up. Yep, there he is. He uses a super cool glowy green power. Hold on, there's a good frame of him. Here he is. Look at him. He flies out of the bottom, and he looks like this, which is super visually awesome. We've like never seen Lloyd look like this before. Look at him. He's just so awesome and cool looking and super powerful. He's getting buffs like unbelievably. Like the very first, you know, golden power. Then he had all the 4 elementals. He had the 4 elements first, really. Then he had green power. Well, he had gold power first, and then he got green. And then he has his Oni form, and now he's Dragon Conduit. So yeah, they don't say if this is temporary, so hopefully he can do this again. But there's still, you know, of course, the drawback where after he uses it, he passes out, which he's never had that before. He's rolled golden power, he hasn't passed out. He had Oni power, he didn't pass out. So this leads me to believe, you know, this is just another like realm, other source, other level of power entirely, which is super interesting. Anyways, yeah, they go home, they make it home. Beatrice has Rouse arrested. Oh, yeah, locked up, and now she says she'll enter the battle, which is great seeing this mech. It's also in the sets. It looks really cool here too, all the detailing, and it is also, you know, great to see the ruler of somebody also join the fight, which, you know, it's pretty expected. You can have somebody just being on the road, and I like how Roz fights back initially before they arrest him. Yeah, also great to see Monastery and the ninja making it more conflicting and also like more like centered around her, feeling this is personal, because, you know, we've never had a villain like this, at least not in this realm of society, in a sense, you know, a futuristic kind of fascist level of society, and that's just great to see, for sure. Great to see new villains, great to see new powers, new characters, new arcs, new dragons. I am not disappointed at all. This is looking up to be a great season, for sure. Battle of the Second Monastery, episode 10. Wow. Okay, so predictions for the next time. I don't know. First, we'll probably go an all-out assault on them. Well, it's going to be a battle of the first monastery, to be honest. I think they're going to definitely bring more characters back. They're going to bring Euphrasia for sure, because she was the wind. They already have Wildfire there. And again, they don't mention it, how she has fire and why. But I'm glad at least it's different fire, you know, because it's like red with a bit of blue, which that looks very cool, for sure. And, you know, there's probably like different things of what's going on, like, for sure. And I am probably just talking nonsense to speed up the runtime. Anyways, prediction. Okay, Sora gets her full potential. Aaron gets a better sense of his spinjitzu, and he gets his ninja suit, which it looks super cool with the horns. You'd probably have to, you know, look it up to see. Wait, my bad. So yeah, it's very very cool, very cool. He gets the ninja suit, and then all the ninja meet up. We still haven't seen Cole. We haven't seen him in a minute, and of course Jay. We haven't also seen him either. So I'm very interested to see when they'll show up, and of course, well, we still don't know what's the case with Wu. Is he a ghost? Is he on a different realm entirely? Like, what's up with him? What's up with him? I hope he'll be hopefully okay. Maybe, probably. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, from what it seems like, okay, that one dragon, he has to stay there, or else the world will fall apart. He's like that powerful, essentially. Which, we've never had this sort of like understanding of a higher power. There's always been at least the first Ninjutsu Master, and then there's been the first dragons, and then the Oni. Which, if they have Source Dragons, wouldn't there be Source Oni? Or something like that? Or is it just, it's not part of that balance thing? I would guess there probably isn't, but, if there's a higher power for dragons, in a sense, would there be a higher power for Oni? I would guess, the higher power for Oni would technically be the Overlord, but he's kind of also gone at this point. So, at least the third time he's gone. Trust me, bro. So yeah, I guess that's all I'll have to mention or talk about in this finale. Well, it's a semi-finale, really. It's like the halfway season point, which, of course, it kind of doesn't take away. It kind of does feel like an ending, right? It feels sort of like an ending, which it was probably intentional. They probably planned this out to be released release one part this way and then release the next part another day, which it's much better, I think, other than weekly release, which is also very good, I think. And it's also great here because people get to talk about all the stuff that's going on, no matter what. Anyways, so yeah, guess that's all I have to talk about for this time. This has been Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising. I hope you all enjoyed. Tell me, are you a fan of Ninjago? Have you been watching since 2011 like I have? Are you excited for this new show? Well, excited for this new show as it's been released for a bit now, and then I'm watching the 10th episode. But do you like this new show? New show in a sense that it's technically new, right? It was labeled as it's not a new season, but it's also not a reboot. But you know what it is. This is season 16. Technically, not really. Maybe, nah. Anyways, my name is ANDAY, and this has been Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising, episode 10, the semi-season finale, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!